Oh dear, just getting this out from under me bum. Right, good morning everybody, welcome, 8 AM time. Are you woken up? Have you woken up? Are you waking up? Or are you fully awake and rip-roaring, ready to go? That's the question. Today, normally on an 8 AM, I like to have a quick run through, a verbal rundown of what my day is going to entail. I think a bit of washing, folding and putting away today to start with. Need to book a hotel, need to pay, I need to make a payment online. Don't know really. What else do I need to do? Oh, I need to check my emails. I've got a few small jobs to do. Mark a case study and a session plan or something like that. Got a couple of things to do there. School's out for summer, everyone. Willow finished yesterday. She is very pleased at that, even though she has got up pretty much at the same time as she normally would do on a school day. Neve and Bob have just gone off to work. Neve's working 3 days a week now with Bob, with the dad. And I think on her first wage packet, I think she's going to owe me a bit. Mum, can I borrow a tenner? I'll pay you when I get paid. Yes, that old chestnut, everybody. Right, morning to Odile. Thank you, Odile. Vivian, Paul, Margaret, Maddie, Sheila, and I think that's us for now. 1 minute to go. Do you like me cup? Now, unashamedly, this is a long-term borrow, if you know what I mean, from the Ibis. When Bex and I went to, where did we go last year? Where did we go last year? Louvain, Belgium, that's the one. I knew it'd come to me. A long-term borrow, that was. They had loads. They had plenty. What? Oh my goodness, of course, Carol. Yep. Often schools are a good old week behind what we break up in Leicestershire. This is where everybody pretty much today and yesterday is shipping out of Leicester. Leicester and the surrounding areas are going to be deserted because everybody shoots off on this first week because they get a slightly cheaper holiday than the rest of the UK. We used to have July fortnight because a lot of hosiery once was based in Leicester, and hosiery they used to break and the schools used to align with their break, so mums, dads and kids could all be off together. Anyway, there's just a small visit back into history. Here's a visit into the future. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, welcome. Time for the 8 AM. Morning, George. Morning, Gillian and Carol. Today, I think it's the 11th. No, it might not be. Let's think. Can't think. So, yeah, we'll go for Friday the 11th of July 2024. I know bits of that are right. Right, let's get rid of the flippity floppities. Standing tall if you would like to begin in standing. Sitting tall if you would like to start or stay throughout in seated. Up you come. Just that first kind of iron through your spine, up your back, round your shoulders and hip walk forwards. Now you can carry on that marching action here in seated, or you can just go into some foot pedaling first. In standing, foot pedaling into leg marches perhaps. So if you can get a bit of a pointy toe action on the end, a bit of length across the top of your foot as you march, and you get some extra ankles in there too, and toes. Try and land down softly, lightly, not too heavy and stompy into the ground. And try and pull up through your hips, up through your abdomen, back and down with the shoulders, bit of external support in one or two places around you, no doubt. Keep going. You probably noticed that you've got a bit of a natural arm swing coming in there. Let's make that a bit more specific with a definite and right-angled bend in the elbow. Pressing the elbows out, back behind you, not too much of a high lift at the front, and a steady pace, which might be a bit different to mine. Have your own pace. Swinging at the shoulders and loosening off everything around your shoulders, the joint warming up inside the joint, and the muscles around as well. Head, just hold your neck lengthened there. Feel a bit taller in your height. If you want to take a pause of your legs for a moment, especially if you've been holding on with your external support, perhaps you now feel a bit more steadier and a bit more coordinated, just to put arms in on their own, just some extra shouldery bits before we mobilise the lifts and the lowers and the circles. That should do nicely. Just stand tall, lift and spread the toes, feel the floor, looseness in the knees, relaxedness in the shoulders and arms, and we pull them up there and press them down here. If you're sitting down, you can have your hands on your thighs. I think though, if you try and put them down by your side, you can just get that small extra bit of shoulder and chest opening position there. Staying lifted in the trunk. You could link your breathing with your movement if you like. 4 or 5 really good ones of those. If the first one was a bit like stiff and crunchy, then do another one just to make sure. Now, round, back and down, always backwards. The opening of the posture. The posture can end up quite rounded and closed during the day and during the activities that we get up to. There might be a little bit of click, clunk, creak, grind in there, but try and work through those and keep the movements as big as you can. The more mobile the shoulders are, the better they move in reaching, dressing, washing, drying, all of those things. Right, excuse the alarm that keeps going off. It's the blood sugar alarm, but it's not, it's just telling it, I can't find you, Kels. The only way I can remedy that is by beeping it on my arm, but I can't do that because I'm here with you lot. Anyway, head turns. Glancing, looking, tracking back, just the head turning, just the neck moving, and loosening as it goes. First one, quite stiff and tense. Last one, feeling a bit looser. Now that was quite amusing then, because when I looked to the side, I've got both cats here, and they both went and looked to the side themselves. I think they're joining in a little. Hang on, let me have another look. Here's Nap. So, 1 or 2 more. Give you that 4 or 5 quota. Ready with the chin tucking action next, which is going to restack the spine and lengthen your neck a little bit. Make you feel that a little bit taller, perhaps. So tucking in, And releasing back out. Try not to include a chin jut in there. Just come on out of it. 5 of these. And maybe a few more top trio crowbarred in during your day to keep things from stiffening and tightening. Are we ready for trunk? So feet go a bit wider for trunk movement, and this will help with your stability, your balance, feeling grounded. So take hold of your hands, grip or grasp or clasp, and we've got, I do enjoy doing trunk in the morning, but it kind of like, it really needs it. Elbows just guiding down to the side. This can be from your external support as well. Or seated, just up tall. Mind your elbows if you're sitting on a seat with arms on the chair. You see, that feels better already, doesn't it? Just getting some movement and motion there. Right, we're going to go in with the trunk twists first. Couple of options. Stay seated or sit down to truly keep your hips still. Stand tall and free of the support, or just track your fingertips around the support. Or if you know that you take a bit to keep your hips still, nudge up to something. Feel that support behind you as you twist and turn. And really try to keep the legs and the feet still, so that there's no kind of rolling inwards of a leg at a time. Into the knees as well can help separate out the top half, which is moving, versus the bottom half staying still. Arms and shoulders are low and relaxed. Track the arm back if you would like. Reach the hand across if that helps initiate the trunk turn. And you open up your body to the side of the room and maybe glance behind you as well. So trunk turns often accompanied with, as everything, rather than just turning the trunk on their own, arms are included, gaze change, head turns are included, and neck movement. Side bends, arms down by your side once again. Opposite hip that you're leaning away from, glued to the chair. Probably go a bit wider with feet as well. Can help you feel a bit more steady in the chair. Down you go. Release and lift upwards before going down to the other side. With standing version, external support if you'd like in front of you. Fingertips tracking down the side of and the seam of your trouser leg, or jammers if you're not quite managed to get dressed. And you'll feel that really opening the rib cage, the side, moving and mobilizing the spine. First one, you'll get somewhere with the tilt, but last one, you should feel like your movement capacity has improved somewhat. You may be reaching a little further down. All right, take a pause there. Back extension. Take up some support. You don't want to feel unsteady when you do this. You want to feel really grounded to the floor, knees loose and chin down. So avoiding that tilting of your head and looking at the ceiling. Once you've kind of set those bits up, come up through the chest. Feel like someone's got you by the scruff of your neck here. Looking straight, shoulders back, and you'll feel that real open of your, the lift of the chest and the length in your abdomen. Hello. Look at him. He doesn't normally come in. Oh God, he's got loads of balls and fluff all over. You know them knobbly balls and the weeds. You might need a brush in a minute. He's going to really enjoy that, aren't you, Nap Nap? When you can be bothered to come home. Right, back extension done, trunk trio complete. Into ankles, feet and toes. Have a pedal of your legs there. I'm going to go up there, Napoleon. There we go. Pedal of your legs, bit of tapping of the toes. Maybe some toe lifts on their own, keeping the most of your foot down and hinging at the toe joints. Maybe some toe crunches, some tuck unders there. Arching up the instep, you'll feel a bit of a squeeze on the inside and the bottom of your foot round the centre, and you'll tuck and curl your toes under, making sure that you spread them back out as you release. Now you've got a couple of options that you can choose to do from seated. The first one is a bit more supported with your back against the support of the chair. You've got a small heighted leg lift there, but a really strong point and pull back. Small pause at the point, small pause at the pull back, so that you're going through the biggest range that you possibly can achieve. In seated, so a bit more unsupported with the posture. Posture will have to work a little harder here. Toes down and heel onto the same spot. That makes your ankle work a little bit more so underneath you than if you were going forwards and back like this. You have to pick your knee up to allow the space for the ankle to move underneath. Same in standing. Take away the potential balance challenge, use your support, strong standing leg, all the weight into that standing leg with your ankle working underneath there, and all of those movements, positions can be done anytime through the day. It's significant. This is how we walk with a heel-toe action. This is how we step forwards with a heel-toe action. This is how we step sideways or backwards with a toe-heel action through the feet. The more flexible, loose, mobile your ankles are, the better. They will move, lift, clear any potential lumps and bumps in pavements and things like that. You're right, George. They're them sticky willy things, aren't they? You used to chuck them at your mate's jumper when they weren't looking, and they'd walk around for the afternoon with sticky weed on their back. Well, Napoleon's got them all over his undercarriage. He doesn't like coming home anyway, and when I get the brush out or the flea tablet or the flea spot on, he hates us even more. We often don't see him for 2 days after he's had some spot on. He's so grumpy. Anyway, everybody, the saga of Napoleon, the streets cat. He seems to visit everybody else rather than us. Anyway, have a good morning. I'll be back with you for the 4 p.m. today. Bex has got the filling of the day. Thanks all. Ta-ra for now. Have a good one.